What if I told you there was once a powerful empire, more advanced than any civilization before it, that vanished in a single day and night? A city of unmatched beauty and technology, swallowed by the sea. This isn't the plot of a sci-fi movie. This is a 2,400-year-old mystery that still baffles scholars, scientists, and dreamers alike. Welcome to the legend of Atlantis. Was it real, or just a myth wrapped in metaphor? The birth of a legend. The story of Atlantis begins not with an archaeologist, but with a philosopher, Plato. In around 360 BCE, Plato wrote two dialogues, Timaeus and Critias. In them, he described a mighty island nation located beyond the Pillars of Heracles, which most scholars agree refers to the modern-day Strait of Gibraltar. Atlantis, according to Plato, was a naval superpower 9,000 years before his own time. Its people were wealthy, wise, and technologically advanced. They built majestic temples, canals, and palaces. Their land was rich in gold, silver, and rare metals. But then came their downfall. Plato claimed the Atlanteans grew greedy and corrupt. As punishment, the gods destroyed the city in a single catastrophic event. In a single day and night of misfortune, he wrote, the island of Atlantis disappeared into the depths of the sea. For over 2 millennia, scholars have wrestled with a single question. Was Plato describing a real place, or was it all just a story? Plato wasn't known for writing fiction. His works weren't novels. They were philosophical dialogues meant to explore deep truths. And yet, in Timaeus and Critias, he presents Atlantis with striking detail. The geography, the political system, the architecture, even the materials used to decorate buildings, like orichalcum, a mysterious metal said to glow like fire. He claimed the story was passed down from Egyptian priests to the Athenian statesman Solon, and from Solon to Plato's family line. This chain of transmission gave the account a veil of historical credibility. If true, that would place the origins of the tale far earlier than Plato's own time, possibly thousands of years earlier. But here's the twist. There's no evidence that Solon ever wrote down such a story. There are no Egyptian records that match Plato's descriptions, and no other ancient writer before Plato ever mentioned Atlantis. So, was he using Atlantis as a metaphor? A symbolic stand-in for an ideal society corrupted by pride? That's what many scholars believe. To them, Atlantis represents Athens' opposite, rich, powerful, but morally decayed. But what if Plato was blending myth and memory, embedding real ancient events into a fictionalized narrative to make it more compelling? Some researchers argue that Plato may have heard whispers of prehistoric disasters, floods, volcanic eruptions, collapsing cities, and woven them into a cautionary tale. It's possible that real catastrophes were passed down orally for centuries before reaching him. After all, myths often preserve echoes of historical truth. Others go even further. They believe Plato had access to older records or lost knowledge, evidence of a forgotten civilization destroyed by natural cataclysm. In their view, Atlantis wasn't just a moral story. It was ancient history, misunderstood. So we're left with three possibilities. Atlantis was pure fiction. Atlantis was symbolic, but based on real memories. Or, just maybe, it was a historical account, cloaked in legend. Clues beneath the waves. So where was Atlantis supposed to be? Plato's description places it somewhere in front of the Pillars of Heracles. That's led to countless theories with proposed locations across the globe. Let's explore a few of the most compelling. 1. Santorini, Thera, Greece. In the Aegean Sea lies the island of Santorini, once home to the Minoan civilization. Around 1600 BCE, a cataclysmic volcanic eruption tore the island apart, sinking parts of it into the sea. The Minoans vanished soon after, advanced, seafaring, and suddenly destroyed. Sound familiar? 2. The Azores, Atlantic Ocean. Some believe Atlantis lies beneath the Atlantic Ocean, near the Azores Islands. These volcanic islands sit atop the mid-Atlantic ridge. Sonar scans have shown strange formations deep underwater. Are these just geological oddities, or remnants of a lost city? 3. The Rishat structure, Eye of the Sahara, Mauritania. Strangely, one of the most intriguing candidates is in the middle of the Sahara Desert. The circular Rishat structure bears a striking resemblance to Plato's concentric ringed city. Could Atlantis have been in Africa and swallowed not by water, but by time and sand? The science of a lost world. Modern science offers some fascinating insights. Around 12,000 years ago, the time Plato says Atlantis existed, Earth was emerging from the last ice age. Sea levels were rising, coastlines were changing, entire land masses were submerged, including areas that were once habitable. Could a real civilization have been lost to these cataclysmic changes? Let's not forget the Younger Dryas event, a period of sudden climate change around 10,800 BCE. Some theorists argue it was triggered by a comet or asteroid impact, possibly causing floods, fires, and widespread destruction. Supporters of the Atlantis as history theory point to this as evidence. Could an advanced prehistoric society have been wiped out, leaving only whispers and myths? But here's the catch. So far, no definitive ruins of a sunken Atlantis have been found. No inscriptions, no artifacts clearly linked to Plato's descriptions. Just patterns, shapes, theories. The power of a myth. So if Atlantis was never real, why does the myth endure? Maybe it's because Atlantis speaks to something deeper in us. Our fascination with lost knowledge, ancient wisdom, and civilizations far more advanced than we imagine. The idea that humanity could build wonders and lose them in a heartbeat is both inspiring and terrifying. Atlantis has inspired books, movies, conspiracy theories, even spiritual movements. It's been linked to aliens, psychic visions, and forgotten technology. But strip away the pseudoscience, and one thing remains. Atlantis is a symbol of utopia, of hubris, of the mystery that history sometimes leaves behind. So, was Atlantis real? Maybe not in the way we imagine it. Flying machines, crystal towers, and utopian harmony. But perhaps there really was a thriving culture, lost to disaster and remembered only in fragments. A civilization advanced for its time, a warning from the past. Until we find definitive evidence, Atlantis remains where it's always been, hovering between fact and fiction, science and legend. But every story has a seed, and some seeds lie buried deep beneath the sea. What do you think? Was Atlantis real, or just a story? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoy exploring the mysteries of our past, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon.